Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording session of Hearthstone. So let's see if we can do some curating here. You have to go over here to curate anyways these quests. So we have Druid and Rogue, Rogue and Warrior, and Shaman and Warlock. So if I wanted to get overlap, I would get rid of this one. But I want to get gold, so I have to do this one, don't I? So now we've got, it looks like some Warlock overlap, which will be kind of tough, and then oh, 5 games of Rogue and Warrior, so we gotta win 10 games. I think I'll be playing some in between each recording to try and improve our chances there. Okay, so this week's Tavern Brawl is Encounter at the Crossroads. Encounter at the Crossroads, pick a class and see what is in your deck this time. Okay, so let's see. If we are going to do this, let's do Warlock, since that's the one we need to do, and that might help us towards quests. I don't think it will, but if it does, that would be good. If it helps us a lot towards quests, we may just do 5 games on the Tavern Brawl. Remember, over here is just going to be our default Warlock deck for comparison. It won't be the deck we have now. We have no idea what the deck is we're going to have now.
Your soul shall be mine!
Well, starting off, all of those guys are way too high. Our mana is at 0-0 from what we can see. I'm going second. I can't help but notice that there's a lot of expensive cards here. The Twisted Nether. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I'm just gonna end the turn. I got nothing that I can play. Doesn't look like he can play much either. So at the Crossroads, is that the thought here? It's only going to give us cards that can be played, like characters that are 4 or more. That'd be about the Crossroads of a game, would be a 4 or more turn. Not drawing more cards. Let's see.
Don't mess with Tusk!
End the turn. So he silences nothing, basically. Does Moonshot. See, deal 4 damage, and then it dies horribly. Let's see. Let's do this. And then do this. And then
Suck steel!
smash the face. Might as well just draw a card. And I think that's all we can do. Guess so far so good. Well, that'll replace Ragnaros there. We could do this. Taunt and Divine Shield. Let's try that.
Truth is my shield.
This will work pretty well. Till we get up to the 9th turn. I don't have any demons in this deck. It doesn't feel like I do, at least.
What to do?
I'm still not really feeling like there was any thought to At the Crossroads. Maybe At the Crossroads is just gonna be from now on when they decide to just give us kind of randomly made decks. It feels pretty random. Alright. Let's see, let's get deal 2 damage.
Blood
Do this.
and plunder.
And then deal this. And I guess that's where we're gonna leave it. 2 more turns I can play Major Domo Executus. Let's see.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Alright. I can play somebody right now at least. Do I want to draw another card? No, let's just end our turn. Boy, I'm sure not seeing a strategy here on this week's Tavern Brawl. Not seeing a strategy at all.
I have returned.
Death Rattle, summon a legendary minion. Well, no, first things first, let's do this.
What does the future hold?
He's got me down to 9.
None may challenge the living flame.
So that you can do 6 right now, 7. Can you do 2 more? Well, yeah, I guess he can. He got lucky there. Well played.
Well played.
So from that, we know we don't like Warlock deck. Let's try a Warrior deck instead. This is exactly what I didn't want to happen with the introduction of a new section in Hearthstone. The exact thing I didn't want is for it to become a stumbling block that would take more time. wanted it to be like, oh, you always win very easily, and so far it's been most of that.
Victory or
But
death!
that was definitely an example of it not being that. So we got one mana creature at least, but it does feel like a lot of these are 4s, 5s, 6s plus. Where I usually play a very early game. I don't want to have to somehow get lucky and survive to the 4th turn with no cards to play. So we see our second move and third move and fourth move if we have to choose that. That'll work. Yep. So not a lot has been going on. I kind of feel like I'm falling behind, but I'm not. What's really happening is I'm just still churning through The Walking Dead Season 2. And because of it being a somewhat longer game, I mean, it's not even a somewhat longer game. It's just a game, is all there is to it. Because it's just one more game that I kind of feel I need to record. It's taking...
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Taking time out of getting back to The Witcher 3. And frankly, when I get back to The Witcher 3, at this point I'm gonna have to kind of remind myself of all the controls and how to play the game and all of that. The good news is, as far as the Telltale games, there's not a lot of reason to make any of the other ones. At least I don't see a reason to. So I can figure out between all the Telltale series that I've recently released, or as of this recording date, I'll figure out which one ends the latest. And when that one ends, I will set that as my ticking timer as far as when I need to go back and record one of the old Telltale games that's like Sam and Max.
Push forward.
And I'll do Sam and Max and put those episodes in the same time slot, and then whenever the Sam and Max first season or whatever is, whenever that's going to stop run out of episodes, that'll be my next ticking timer. It's pretty much how I figured out how to schedule all my videos, is that you make a series, at least a part of a series, until you're at least a month ahead, and then you have that date. I have it written down as the titles of text files in a folder. So I can just look in the folder and it says, okay, so this series is set to stop airing, is totally set to be done, or it just doesn't have any more episodes until this point. And
what's the flight plan?
And I can see whichever
Push forward.
hey, I won. Not even paying attention. Gosh. That was lucky. So I underpack, and that got us towards the quest. So is that really worth it to continue on the Tavern Brawl? I've gotten 2 victories on the Tavern Brawl and it hasn't helped or given me anything more. You could continue down that path and say, well, maybe if you get 3 victories, or maybe if you get 4, maybe if you get 10, maybe if you get 100. But there's really nothing indicating that any of that would be true, and I haven't seen anything posted anywhere online which would indicate that that's true. We're back up to 50 as far as our cards. hey, I have 2 light spawns now. That will definitely go into my priest pack at some point in the future when I decide to mess with our priest pack. We're filling in the gaps as far as cards. We're starting to see more 2s of everything than just 1 of everything. I like that progress. Did I miss the card? Oh, there it is. And so that is definitely cool. We were going to play as the Warlock. We gotta get that Warlock to win somehow. Whew. How are we gonna get that Warlock to win? I have 5 friends online right now, interestingly enough. That's a little bit unusual
Gul'dan versus
that
Jaina.
there's that many. I did get like 1, maybe 2 friend requests recently. So a couple more friends on Hearthstone definitely helps. So yes, I'm right now in the middle, I think, of episode 3 on season 2 of The Walking Dead. I probably won't want, let's see. Probably won't have the money or the time really to do the DLC for season 2 of The Walking Dead. It's gonna be a 3-part miniseries based on Michonne or Mahoney, I don't know how you pronounce her name, from the TV series. And I haven't watched much of the TV series anyway, so I'm not super interested. Wow, I got lucky. Nah, I didn't get lucky. Let's see.
Give me a quest.
So it's not gonna be in any way additive to the story, unless it's like the DLC for the first season where the characters showed up in the second season, which is a bit of a spoiler. So the 400 Days DLC to the first season of The Walking Dead, the characters show up, but that DLC was totally way too short. Just absolutely way too short. So if you're basing it on that previous DLC, I'd say no way. No way is it gonna be worth it. They say it's a 3-episode miniseries, where the DLC before was 1 episode and hardly even could call it 1 episode. So maybe 3 times as long as the DLC. Still, that would just be an average length. But the real issue is just monies. I've invested on 4. Darn it.
For the gnomes.
I've just invested a lot of money in the 100 games I have right now. I have so many other games that need to be done, and so little time. I don't really see a point in doing that. It would be jumping on the bandwagon again. It would be attempts to get more views. What was that about?
Thank you.
What in the world was that about? Let's see. Well, let's do this since it has charge.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Yeah. it's really just a money thing. I'm still not to that level where I'm making anything on this, and it will be a long time until I am at that level. I did finally, after 6 months, if this is any indication to anybody who wants to be a YouTuber, after 6 months I am now over $10, so that the income will be reported to the IRS, but you're still nowhere close to the $100 minimum you have to have before YouTube pays you anything. So this is just an insane attempt at a career, unless you are in school or in some other way in a situation where you aren't expected and don't have to work at like McDonald's or something instead, where they will at least a little bit pay you. They won't pay you much, but at least they'll pay you.
My shield for Argon! Tadingo! Yes!
Hey, looks like we're gonna win. Lucky. So yeah, it's so silly, so silly. But that's what it takes. You have to grow an audience, and you're basically standing on the soapbox, and you'd make more money actually going on the street and panhandling. It's just, is this your passion? This is really a career where you have to be passionate about video games. 100%.
Into the breach!
There we go. So,
Thank you.
I don't know why he's thanking me and letting me do all this. Totally let me win there. I don't know why, but I don't lick a gift horse in the mouth. We are at 4,420 right now, so we're roughly 180 away from our goal, and we have 160 coming to us on this recording session. So next recording session, there's really no reason why we wouldn't have enough money to start just buying a pack. Which is definitely great news. Definitely great news. That bar though looks so long. It's like, it's long enough that you could have billions and billions of gold.
Your soul
More
shall
gold
be
than
mine.
would ever
Your
make any
soul
sense.
shall suffer.
And it makes having 4,000 seem like it is nothing whatsoever, when actually having 4,000 is actually a lot of work. It does secure,
Job's done.
at least for now, me not having to spend a month just playing Hearthstone ridiculously
Why
much.
do you call?
That would not happen, I do not believe, now. Because the way
Job's done.
this, with the games and the backlog I have now, it makes no sense. I would rather just not get the expansion. And the expansion did pretty good for my channel. People were interested in it, people found it and searched for it. Still, of my Hearthstone things, it is definitely the Blackrock Mountain stuff that gets
Job's
searched
done.
for and got way more views.
Do I have to?
But with the backlog I have and if I didn't have the gold, I would totally say, nope, we're just not going to do the expansion immediately. We'll do it when I have the gold. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that because I've solved that problem. At least for now. If they come out with an expansion next week, well then I would have to again stay the course and try and get more gold, but it probably wouldn't be a problem. Warlock versus Warlock going on here. Let's see.
For Gnomrica! For the gnomes!
I can ease your pain.
Job's done.
So these three can take out themselves. Implosion. With this guy, he's gonna get more health.
The gates are open. Job's
Put
done.
another taunt guy up. Even though he's doing pretty good, he's still behind. I look forward to getting back to The Witcher 3. The game is too long though. If it is a pretty common story that I've heard of people falling out with The Witcher 3 and just not getting back to it. That's when you know your game's too long. And we kind of need to start admitting that to ourselves, that there's such thing as having too long a game. And I will totally say Fallout 3 was too long. I will totally say The Witcher 3 is too long. Maybe that is about the only argument you can make for DLC, is to say we had this game, it was a full-length game, and we put out DLC months later because we wanted you to have a full and complete experience for the main story, and then we wanted you to decide if you wanted to come back and play it some more.
Job's done.
Skyrim would definitely have benefited from that. If Skyrim had like none of the procedurally generated dungeons enabled until you did all of the written stuff, that would have been pretty amazing. If it just was like infinite mode now unlocked after all the main stories, that would be great. If they just did that as far as the caves, so that you
My shield for Argon.
couldn't enter or wouldn't see the cave until the main story line put you in that cave, and then once you did the main storyline that put you in that cave, it just went into a pool of procedurally generated caves events. That would be great. Because Skyrim in particular had a problem of putting its main written story, the story that's going to inherently be better, inside, above its randomly generated stuff. Yeah, it's hard to even tell whether some things are randomly written or if they were main story things. Alright. Let's do this. Do this. Wow, that worked pretty well. I could kill this guy and play defensive, but I think I need to play offensive. Next turn, I guess we can play Major Domo Executus. down to 6. If I can just do 6 to his face this turn. Well, draw a card. Play this. And does 8 random damage, so 1-8 to the face will win. 1-8 to this point will win. And 1-8 to these two.
Running the program. Hug.
Kill this guy. Increase our odds. We have a 1/3 chance of winning the game here in the turn. 1/3 chance of hitting this, and 1/3 chance of hitting this. All we have to do is get lucky on 2/3. There we go, a victory out of our tournament. Always fun to do that. Always fun to do that. Let's see, let's do one more game and then we'll wrap up. Yeah. I'm still a little lost about which way I want to go. The right move is to play Tomb Raider. There is no Borderlands 3 sequel coming out, so I should put that on the back
Your soul shall be
and
mine.
potentially play it more than just the speed run that I would want to. Plus, if I'm kind of just speed running through Tomb Raider, that's fine because that's a very pretty much straight line story anyways for the Tomb Raider remake. And so I could play the Tomb Raider remake, then do the Borderlands. I think there are some other games I want to do. There's, I think, another game I have that I should do because the sequel's been announced. But so I'll have to look at my list of games in my library and play that too, I would bet, and then do Borderlands. I want to do Borderlands, I talk about it a lot. It's gonna be kind of frustrating, and I pretty much have to play the whole game in order. The whole series in order to get loyalty unlocks and all of that. I should play some of the smaller independent games, get those out too. With the independent games, I really don't have a clear clue as to whether it's going to take a couple hours or 60 hours on some of the independent games. I'll have to jump into them blind, basically. We'll be moving away a lot from doing so many. Well, I'll be moving away from doing more than one Telltale story-based story. Although, I am going to probably get pushed right back into another episode of Game of Thrones because of just what is good timing, really. That works out. I don't know when the next episode for Tales for the Borderlands is gonna be out, but it probably isn't that far around the corner either. And after those two finish up, in their episode after their next episodes, then I won't have any new Telltale games, and there really won't be any. The next announced thing is the Minecraft story mode, which I really am hoping in the Minecraft story mode they get away from the episodic thought, that it's their first breakout. We're just gonna make a game. We're not gonna break it into 5 episodes. Well, they got this guy's health up. He is a priest. He might be able to turn the health into. Let's see.
For the gnomes!
There we go. Begin the turn. Yeah, a lot of work needs to be done. A lot
Your
of work.
magic shall not save you.
He silenced him. I could play this and start powering it up. Let's do that. I think the right move is to hit the face. Couple of turns here and I'll win. If he doesn't do something quick. He's gotta do something. This will restore 8. So I don't really need to play this. Then I could do this and then this. That should be fine.
Back from the jungle.
Drink with me, friend.
Bring that guy back. Need more life.
Not too quickly.
Alright, so we draw this. And then let's go ahead and do this.
I can ease your pain.
Smash that face.
Job's done.
See what he can do with that. It'll take at least
The
2 of
gates are
these
open.
things to take out this guy. And he doesn't have some massive damage he can do to my face. Should I play Ragnaros the Fire Lord next turn? Might be the right choice. The right choice is to hit this guy right here. Because now I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get past this.
Well played.
Let's So, didn't quite take him out, but that should do enough damage. I don't think there's anything he can do. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up on a
What does
victory.
the future hold?
I can only feel like I would, as soon as I get off recording here, I will
Well played.
manage to lose somehow. But we'll take the victory. Get into a terrible losing streak. So how many more victories do we need? So I'm gonna play offline, and I'm gonna try and get one more warlock, and make some progress to Rogue and Warrior. And so really what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Rogue and Warrior until I can get it down to 2 victories are required for that. And if I still feel like I have free time, I will then play as the Warlock to get it up to 4 victories. But that's it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.